Hi, friends. One day in Athens, between the years 424 and 218 BC, two sea generals, Nicias and Laques, accepted an invitation to see a fencing fight of swords class from two other citizens, Lysimaco and Melesio, interested in whether this art or sport could be useful to their children to become good warriors and citizens. The presence of another Athenian, however, leads Nicias to ask him to join them and express his point of view as well. The man had already shown courage in the battles and, unlike the sophists, he did not demand payment for the lessons given to the young people. But the desired action will be refused. The man prefers to hear than to say. Older, more experienced men should talk first, and possibly he might add something after. And a debate begins. Nicias defends the helpfulness of the art of fencing to formation of a warrior. Lax, however, doesn't agree. There are bad soldiers who was good fighters during the periods of peace, maybe like some dancers. Lysimaco, in doubt, asks the opinion of the third man to construct a majority of opinions and thus decide. But in response, he obtains another refusal. How can one leave the decision on such a matter to chance by a circumstantial majority? The man who refuses the majority as a criterion to a decision, the criteria of democracy, is Socrates. The majority, only as a majority, could be a criterion. But why? Because it's not for the number, but for the knowledge that will should decide things like this. But the question remains open, and Socrates' suggestion, a new method will be used to discover the solution. The dialogue went. No one should defend only one point of view as a monologue, but there are two or more people discover identities and contradictions in their arguments and together try to find the truth. The refusal is against the sophistic method, the antilogism. The Socratic method will be the dialectic. And Socrates had another correction to do yet. The real subject of the research couldn't be the usefulness of the art of fencing to educate. There was a hidden question. The real question to find out is, what is education? After all, the art of the use of the swords is not an end itself, but only a means to reach a goal. And to respond, what is education? The better way is to respond first. What is arete, or virtue? Because it is the end persecuted in a process of education. So, as the virtue is a theme so great, why not to try to respond what is a virtue, like the courage? Well, among generals, perhaps this is a simple question, but when Socrates starts questioning the both men, what he will find out? First, Lax will fail because he cannot decide what is courage, but only try to show one or another courageous act. The soldier who fight alone against various enemies, the soldiers who remains fighting when he is injured, the soldier who doesn't leave the battlefield. In his turn, Nicias will try to associate courage with science. But if the courage had something related with a science, how can you explain that kind of science that talk only about the future because the past don't offer nothing to fear? A real science should talk about the truth in the past, present, and future. Laques is in total disagreement with Nicias, and the dialogue is close to fall again into a sterile and confused debate when Socrates intervenes to remember the whole path they have done and, after shows some contradictions that they couldn't avoid, he admits the in conclusion aporia that they found, and he promised he took in the future the research about what is the essence of the courage and virtue, and also educate the sons of that man using the same method that he just used with them. The dialectic that will deserves more attention of us. See you